this video, we're exposing the most common LLC formation scams and how to avoid them. What's going on, everyone? My name is Eric Hunsker, and here we cut through the fluff to help you make smarter business decisions. Now, if you've ever gotten a letter warning that your LLC is out of compliance unless you pay a fee, or been told that you need an overpriced compliance kit, you've likely seen these scams in action. By the end of this video, you'll know the red flags and how to make sure you're only dealing with legitimate agencies. Why new LLCs are targeted. New business owners often make their contact information public when they file formation documents. In most states, the articles of organization or incorporation become public record, including your name, business address, and sometimes your phone number. Scammers can easily harvest these details from state databases. They know that new business owners may be unfamiliar with ongoing compliance obligations, so they exploit confusion and fear. Many scams use official-looking documents to lend legitimacy. They may reference state statutes, use the name of your state, and include seals or logos that resemble those of government agencies. These tactics create a sense of urgency and pressure you to act quickly. Common LLC formation scams in 2025. So let's break down the most prevalent scams targeting new LLC owners, focusing on how they work and what to watch out for. Certificate of status or certificate of existence scam. One of the most common scams involves a letter or postcard stating that your LLC must obtain a certificate of status, certificate of existence, or a certificate of good standing from the state. The notice claims that failure to obtain this certificate could lead to administrative dissolution or penalties. It often asks for a fee, sometimes $70 to $100 or more, and provides a form or link to send payment. Here's the truth. Many states do not require LLCs to obtain a certificate of status. When such a certificate is needed, for example, to open a bank account or enter certain contracts, you can obtain it directly from the Secretary of State's office for a small fee, typically somewhere between $10 to $20. In some states, you can print a certificate for free online. The scam letters typically come from private companies with names like Business Compliance Division or United Certificate Service. They're not official government agencies. If you need a certificate, check with your state's official website and never send money to an unsolicited third party. Labor law poster or compliance kit scam. Another popular scam targets employers, including LLCs with employees. You may receive a notice saying that you must purchase an OSHA compliance kit or labor law posters to avoid fines. The letter warns of penalties if you do not comply with posting requirements. It may offer to sell you a compliance kit for $80 to $200. While it's true that employers must display certain labor law posters, such as minimum wage, anti-discrimination, and safety notices, these posters are often available for free from federal and state agencies. OSHA does not sell mandatory kits. The Department of Labor and state labor departments provide downloadable posters at no cost. If you're unsure which posters you need, contact the Department of Labor or your state's labor agency. Never pay an unsolicited sender for posters. Annual minutes or compliance record scam. Some scams focus on a supposed requirement to file annual minutes or member information with the state. They send forms asking for members' names, addresses, and membership percentages along with a fee. The form may look official and cite statutes. In reality, most states do not require LLC to file annual minutes. While corporations may need to hold annual meetings and keep minutes internally, LLCs typically do not file these to state. Annual reports, which update your business's address and registered agent, are legitimate and required in some states, but they usually cost between $10 and $100 and are filed through the Secretary of State's website. If you receive a mailing asking for detailed information and payment, check with your Secretary of State before responding. FinCEN impostor scams. Beneficial owner scam. With the Corporate Transparency Act, or CTA, taking effect, many LLCs must file beneficial ownership information with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN. Scammers have capitalized on this new requirement. They send emails or letters pretending to be from FinCEN, asking LLC owners to submit their beneficial ownership details and pay a fee. In reality, the legitimate beneficial ownership report is filed directly through FinCEN's online portal at no cost. FinCEN does not send mail requiring payment. These scams may threaten fines or legal action if you don't comply. So to protect yourself, only submit beneficial ownership information through the official FinCEN website at fincen.gov and avoid any third-party solicitation. Unemployment insurance or workers' compensation scam. Some scammers file false unemployment claims using your business's name and then send letters demanding payment of back taxes or penalties. Others send notices claiming that your LLC must purchase a mandatory workers' compensation policy or unemployment insurance immediately, threatening penalties if you don't comply. While it is true that most employers must have workers' compensation insurance and pay unemployment taxes for employees, these requirements kick taken only when you hire employees. If you don't have any employees, these notices are likely a scam. If you do have employees, work directly with your state's Department of Labor or a licensed insurance carrier to obtain the required coverage. Tax scam and fake IRS letters. Another scam involves fraudulent letters purporting to be from the IRS or state tax agencies. These letters may claim that you owe additional taxes, that there was a problem with your EIN application, or that your tax return is under audit. They often request payment by wire, transfer, or prepaid debit card. The IRS generally communicates through official letters on security tinted paper with clear instructions, and they do not demand immediate payment over the phone or by wire transfer. If you receive a suspicious letter, contact the IRS directly through its official phone numbers or website to verify its legitimacy. Do not use the phone number provided in the letter. How to spot a scam. Red flags. Knowing the common scams is helpful, but scammers constantly evolve. Here are some general red flags to watch for with any unsolicited communication. Unsolicited mail or emails requesting immediate payment. Legitimate government agencies typically send multiple reminders before imposing fees or penalties. They do not demand immediate payment without due process. Use of alarming language. Scammers often use urgent or threatening language. Phrases like immediate action required, final notice, or penalty for non-compliance. Government agencies do not use these scare tactics in initial contact. Generic or unusual business. Look for vague names that sound official but aren't, like Business Compliance Department or United Registrar Services. Official agencies usually use the state name and a clear title, like Secretary of State or Department of Revenue. Incorrect or missing state seals and logos. Scammers often use poorly reproduced logos or seals. Legitimate letters use official seals. Compare with documents that you've received directly from the state. P.O. box addresses and out-of-state return addresses. Many scams use mail drops or P.O. boxes. Government correspondences typically comes from a state capital or clearly identifiable office. Request for personal or proprietary information. If a letter asks for sensitive details like social security numbers, birth dates, or detailed ownership percentages, be cautious. Verify with the agency before responding. Links to suspicious websites. Scam emails may direct you to websites that look official but have unusual domain names or spelling errors. Official government websites usually end with .gov. Always type the URL directly into your browser instead of clicking links. Protecting yourself and your business. So now that you know these scams and red flags, here's how to safeguard your LLC. Use official government websites. Always go directly to your Secretary of State's website or other official government portals when filing reports or paying fees. Bookmark these sites and use them exclusively. If you receive a notice, cross-reference it with the deadlines and fees listed on the official site. Government websites end in .gov or sometimes .state for the state abbreviation, and avoid paying fees through third-party sites unless the state explicitly directs you to do so. Verify with your registered agent or attorney. Your registered agent is tasked with receiving legal documents for your LLC. If you receive a notice that looks official, contact your registered agent or attorney to verify its authenticity. Many registered agent services help filter out junk mail and identify scams. So if you work with an attorney or accountant, they can also confirm whether a document is legitimate. Educate yourself about state requirements. Take time to learn your state's business compliance requirements. Know whether your state requires annual reports, when they're due, and how much they cost. Understand whether you need certificates of good standing and in what scenarios they're necessary. Knowing these details makes it easier to spot discrepancies in scam letters. Be cautious with personal information. Never share sensitive information with unsolicited callers or senders. Legitimate agencies will never ask for your social security number or banking details via email or unverified phone calls. If someone claiming to be from the IRS or another agency calls you, hang up and call back using the official phone number from the agency's website. Use a reputable registered agent service. A registered agent service can provide a layer of protection by acting as the public point of contact for your LLC. So this means scam mail may go to the agent instead of your personal or business address. Reputable agents will forward important documents to you and may notify you of suspicious mail. Report scams. If you receive a scam notice, report it to your state's Attorney General's office, Consumer Protection Division, or the Federal Trade Commission. Reporting scams helps authorities track patterns and warn other business owners. You can also inform the Better Business Bureau and your Secretary of State. Keep good records. Document all communications that you receive and the steps you take. If you're uncertain whether something is a scam, having organized records make it easier to seek advice from professionals. Keep copies of all legitimate documents, filings, and fee receipts. This way, if a scam letter references a non-existent late payment, you can prove you're compliant. Legitimate compliance requirements to remember. While many notices are scams, there are legitimate obligations you must fulfill as an LLC owner. So let's quickly review them so you know what to expect. Annual or biannual reports. Many states require LLCs to file an an annual or biannual report, providing updated information such as your current address, registered agent, and sometimes the names of members or managers. The fees range from about $10 to $300 depending on the state. These reports are filed through the Secretary of State's official website. You'll typically receive a reminder by mail or email close to the due date. Failing to file can result in late fees or administrative dissolution. This requirement is legitimate, so mark your calendar for the due date. Franchise or excise taxes. Some states levy an annual franchise tax or fee on LLCs based on revenue, assets, or flat rates. For example, California imposes an $800 minimum franchise tax plus an additional fee based on gross receipts. States like Tennessee and Texas levy franchise or margin tax. Those are real obligations. Check your state's tax department website or consult a tax professional to understand your liability and due date. Business licenses and permits. Depending on your industry and location, your LLC may need specific licenses or permits, such as a sales tax permit, professional license, or a local business license. Government agencies may send legitimate notices reminding you to renew these. Verify the notice by checking the issuing agency's contact information and your previous correspondences. Employer obligations. If you have employees, you must meet requirements related to payroll taxes, unemployment insurance, and workers' compensation. These obligations are genuine. However, your state's labor department will not solicit payment through third-party mailers. All official correspondence will direct you to government websites and provide clear instructions. Certificates of good standing on request. Certificates of good standing or status are legitimate documents issued by your Secretary of State, verifying that your LLC has complied with all state requirements. You usually need one when opening a business bank account, registering in another state, or applying for certain licenses. Order directly through the state, not from unsolicited mailers. Be aware of the cost. It's often around $10, so you can compare with fraudulent offers. Conclusion. Scammers target new LLC owners because they know that there is confusion and fear around compliance requirements. By understanding common scams like bogus certificates of status, overpriced labor law posters, fake annual minute filings, FinCEN impostor scams, and fraudulent tax letters, watch for red flags like unsolicited requests for immediate payment, generic business names, and suspicious URLs. Always verify communications through official state websites or by calling the agency directly. Remember, forming and maintaining an LLC does involve some legitimate obligations, such as annual reports, franchise taxes, and licensing. Educate yourself about these requirements and stick to the official channel. Use registered agents, attorneys, and accountants to guide you if you're uncertain. By staying informed and cautious, you can enjoy the benefits of your LLC while avoiding costly scams. Now, if you need help getting started with your LLC, we recommend LegalZoom, and they provide registered agent service. So go ahead and click the link down in the description to get started. All you need to do is click on Start My Business and click on Start My LLC. Here, just go ahead and fill out the quick questionnaire and you're off to the races. Again, if you want to get started with setting up your LLC or holding company, you'll find the links to do so down in the description below. These are affiliate links, which means we all earn a small commission when you use them at no extra cost. And these commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using them, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on the LLC Deals channel, we cover everything you need to know about forming, managing, and scaling your LLC or holding company, plus smart tax strategies and business tips to help you grow. So be sure to subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here in the next one.